can't be who you are around here because you say the wrong thing and it's a write-up. And just because you're on this side and you got blues on don't mean that you're not human. Using music as an escape to be able to express who you are, that's a beautiful thing, especially when you got other people that understand what you're going through and have empathy.
These programs here really help. This is unheard of. Interview with you guys, these guys speaking how they feel, it's making a difference in some people's lives, man. Something's happening inside these prison walls to where it ain't about reduction, it ain't about this, it's about rehabilitation.
I'm in prison, so when we leave the class, right now anything can happen, so I have hope, but I try not to think about it because I know where I'm at, but it means a lot.
Hard to think different, viewed as the enemy to the boys in blue. When ain't that a kick when they supposed to do one to serve and protect you? Take for a battle cry when we screaming for a resolution. We marching these streets and holding these rallies back for no more shooting, see no progression. So in the hood they doing more recruit. Blooming red flags.
The work at Tehachapi focuses specifically on men who have been not only incarcerated but in solitary confinement. Some of them spending many years in solitary confinement. So after this, coming out into mainline populations, being able to have some sort of resource to be able to feel human again. The CDCR has committed itself to the R in the CDCR, which is rehabilitation. Now, if we're going to be really committed to that, then we have to really look at root causes of these traumas that essentially are the reason why many people are in prison in the first place. When we're looking at traditional arts, we're offered alternatives that speak to a sustainable vision for rehabilitation. And so this is the offering that ACTA and the traditional artists that participate in this program are offering the CDCR.
It's hard to change behind these walls. To say what you have been is false. To break the chains of one's mentality and do away with childish vanity. It all comes down to our choices, to what we write upon our slate. By listening to foolish voices, within these walls, we seal our fate. So take the hard way to success without trying to impress.
It's an impressive program, the storytelling one specifically. It's interesting to see and hear the inmates open up so freely. I think it's a shame that they haven't been doing this all along. Mm-hmm. The last thing I want is staff to go home hurt, to their families, to their children, over a job. If this helps that, then it's a win-win. If it helps them in their personal lives, it's huge. It is huge because then they can go home and they're going to be changed. And do I think change can happen? Absolutely. I've seen change. I've seen change on a lot of these guys.
It gets them to start thinking about their own lives and thinking about not only the story that they can be told about their past, but the story about their future. We need these programs to assist the inmate population into integrating back into the communities. We need them to coexist with one another. And it's hard to do that when you're putting them in separations, separating them in their cells, even when they go out to the yard facilities.
The relationships in the class, at first it was kind of standoffish, and then we all started figuring out what we're good at, what tools we can bring to the table with each other. We really don't have a connection outside on the yard with each other, but when we come in here, we found a way to pull together in a very strong and unique way.
Everybody say they love me, but I wonder where they are. Maybe too demanding, let me better from afar. So much summer, it don't let up. I just make sure I don't give up. I can always keep my head up. Things it never ever let up.
To me, it means everything because that's all I care for really is music. Aside from my family's so far away. I'm the only person I know in California. So it's lonely, but the music helps me cope.
They're geniuses when it comes down to creating art with the little they do have. What we try to do is just meet them where they're at, and then we begin to build upon that. I see myself in a lot of these homeboys here. And so if I can come here and utilize art and also bring a little hope for a lot of these guys who already seem to feel like they're in such dead end, it's important for me. I think we need to continue to invest in these types of programs because these are people.
I thought this was just an art class to come over here and learn how to paint, but it's not. I mean, it's not to me. Coming over here, being able to express myself through art and talk to Fabian and Omar, it's a sense of freedom. It gives you hope.
it makes you feel good drawing after so many years of all the madness and just being in a cell and everything that goes on around here. It's nice to draw. Even if I can't do it good, I don't know, it feels good. I wish I could draw this picture without me wearing this prison shirt right here, you know? If I keep taking these classes like this, you know, maybe it'll happen someday.
If the department doesn't change into a real rehabilitative effort, we're not going to be able to put people back on the streets with the skills that they need to succeed. I'm glad to see the department going in this direction.
We're talking about mental health impacts. We're talking about restorative and transformative processes. When someone is able to feel like they belong to something, they open up. This provides a pathway towards healing. And this is what we have to do in these spaces. We have to facilitate healing in a very holistic way.